All right, now. Okay, so I created this form before we did it. Before we did my arm, I got to further this way. All right, I created this form before we did the first part, and I showed that to you. So I'll start with the strengths that you did. Your expectations and routines are excellent. They all know what you want them to do.
Yeah.
You don't even have to repeat yourself over and over. Everybody knows what you're expecting them to do. And for the most part, they all follow it. Every single one of them follows it. They know what to do. Even no matter how hard it may be, they all follow you and they really respect you. That's why I think you're doing a great job. And then your next strength I saw was maintaining composure. Like, even though the world may be on fire, you stay the same, like, happy attitude, like, no matter what. And if you are feeling a different way, you don't show it.
Well, yeah, they feed into it. They feed into it.
Yeah, and then just the classroom structure I thought was very, very good. How you have it organized, how when they are acting up, they can move somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think it's, like, awesome how, like, even when we do have the guy over here throwing chairs, it's hard not saying that. Even when we have the guy over here throwing chairs or like taking things from other people, like the rest of them keep on working.
Yeah.
And I think that's really hard to do with students with autism, like to ignore that because
that student sets off other
Yes.
students sometimes. I'm like, oh god.
because even when I go into class next door, when one starts doing something, everybody starts staring. Yours just get their head down, and for the most part,
because they want to work for that candy.
yeah.
For those candies.
But even when they're not though, they
Yeah.
don't feed into it, and it's got to be like scary for them
Yeah.
at times. So all right, cool. So the next part is, would you agree with that? That you do doing all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, because we've been doing the same thing for 2 years
Yeah.
now, so everyone knows when they hear the cleanup song, they better start cleaning up, and they're gonna go sit on for circle time.
Yeah.
We do the same thing for every single subject, so they all know.
And I know you said work for candy, but they work without it. The candy's just you being nice. Like they
Yeah.
really do work without it.
Well,
I think your heart is just
when
gonna
we
be.
started, they wouldn't. So
Yeah.
now, honestly, only really one of them really needs it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I might as well keep them happy.
Yeah, and then like the routines, like when it's time to like come in from the playground, they do better than the other kids.
Yeah.
They do better. Even going to lunch. When you told me to take them to lunch, I was like, oh.
You're like, ooh, I'm nervous.
But it's good.
Yeah, they're not
It
bad.
is good.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
they ain't bad unless it's a bad day.
So I can tell that you've put in a lot of hard work with them, especially to be understaffed like you end up sometimes. So great job. All right. So now, what are your concerns about him and just how he affects other things?
I would say it's mainly just he seems that you need to be one-on-one, and he really only listens to me.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling with managing the whole classroom and him. And I mean, we're on week 4 and still hasn't caught on to any routines.
Yeah. But I think he, at least
I think he knows.
he
just
knows.
doesn't want to
He
participate.
knows. I'm saying I think he knows. I think it's more of him choosing not to follow the routines.
Yeah. And mainly just what is he wanting to work for, because
Yeah, that's what I put.
he wants the park, the recess so bad, but he's not able to actually work for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
if what he wants so bad, he can't even rationalize with himself to earn
Yeah,
it.
because I saw a work for candy with him yesterday when he just.
It works sometimes,
Yeah.
and then the next day it's like I'm starting from scratch.
So yeah. So I know we talked about the extra recess, but I don't think there's a way that he could like do work and then like go out like
Yeah.
over and over.
And then my thing is if you're throwing chairs
Yeah.
because you want to go outside, part of me, yes, you get your 30 minutes required by the law,
Yeah.
but after that, I don't think even if you picked up all the chairs, you should earn it.
I mean, I think my biggest concern in him is just him hurting somebody.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I think,
Because we have 90% of the class knows what he's doing and can move out the way.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 who are oblivious to any danger.
Mhm.
And that's what's concerning, especially for the little one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my biggest concern, and I've expressed it, is that number one, I guess like you said,
What's your location?
I don't know how to motivate him. I think we got to figure out how to help him regulate his emotions when he is so high,
Yeah.
to not throw the chairs. And then I just think it's like a overall safety concern for everybody involved.
Yeah.
I did see that he was working with Miss Daisy for a little bit. Did
Yeah.
that not last?
Well, he was playing.
Yeah.
He was playing, so I asked her to try and I was like, okay, well, let's try if one of us sits with him all day long, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, because I remember I told you that the other day. What would that do?
He realized that the rest of the class was engaging all together,
Yeah.
and so he interrupted that, so then I
Yeah.
just shut it all down and we started working.
Yeah, I was there when he hit the
So
smart
it
board.
didn't work. He wants to be the center of attention. I get that, but it's just not appropriate.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'll go over this, but you did like 95%. You did all good. So classroom was organized. It was very organized. You said you don't use visuals, but you do though. Like your smart board.
That's
Your
true. I have
lunch,
the first.
Maybe you don't have it all on their table, but you have
Yeah.
enough where they can see in multiple ways that they are what they are expected to do.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, like I've heard from the BI that we need something more tailored to him, but like that, like
That-
I
I
do
think-
have it. I
yeah.
just am starting to think, well, do I need more?
But I'm thinking like we are tailored at the point of we're tailored to him and like how like that's where he talks about the one-on-one. Like if we have the visual for you and you understand the visual.
Well, but
'cause
this isn't the placement for one-on-one.
Because I even tried to get him some visuals the other day to like get him to
He
do
throws
something
it.
and he
He
threw
throws
it.
it,
So I
yeah.
don't know. And I know he knows what I'm talking about.
Well, that's why on the board I have the first thin chart
Yeah.
on the board. You can't rip the board up.
Yeah.
You can turn it off, but I
Yeah.
can put it back on.
And then for the next one, sensory supports. I mean, you use it with him the best you can. He has
He-
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
We've tried all kinds of blocks and things. So then with the clear and consistent routines or evidence, like I said earlier, everybody knows what you
Yeah.
want to do when you want to do it. You really repeat yourself less than the gen ed teachers.
Yeah.
So good job. And even him, like we talked about, he does know what you're asking. He just
Yeah.
chooses not to follow it. Distractions are minimized. I mean, you minimize the best you can, but
I mean, I can't help if someone else is screaming.
yeah.
in the room, you know?
you're doing a good job minimizing because, like I said, even when it's not, they're still focused and it's
Yeah.
still going really smooth.
I
So
mean,
good
they
job.
can still work when someone's
Yeah.
trying to fit, yeah.
Individualized communications and supports. You doing this a lot,
Yeah.
and for the most part it works. Y'all you just kind of snap,
Yeah,
and then
they
they go, and that when he's ready to work, that does work with him too.
Yeah, if you
That-
look him in the eye.
Yeah,
but-
that almost works better than saying his name. Then teacher uses calm, consistent, clear verbal language. Absolutely. I don't think I've ever heard you raise your voice, even when it's like I probably would. You don't. So good job. Yeah. Adequate processing time before repeating or rephrasing instructions. Yeah, I even saw you at one point tell him set then park, and then you just kind of ignored him. You gave him time to think about it, and then he didn't do it, and then after like 2 or 3 minutes, you told him again. So you're not like just,
Yeah.
you're trying to give him time to process through it. So communication attempts, you acknowledge what everything he says. And when he does communicate, you listen to him when he says help me or park or Play-Doh. You tell him why okay or why you can't have these things. So
I think he's just not used to the denial, so he needs
Yeah.
to learn to accept now.
yeah, but you're communicating with it well. But I've noticed too, even sometimes when you tell him he can get these things, he's still upset.
Yeah, I'm like, just sit down.
Yeah.
And then you can, I have it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you weren't in it,
It's
like
Probably the process. He's probably processing it.
I think he's
differently.
processing differently because I've seen when you're not in there, even if I give him Play-Doh, if it's not the right color, he doesn't tell me it's not the right color
Yeah.
until he's thrown something or done something, and then I'm like, what do you need? And he'll
So
say,
he's like green.
yeah. So it's like we're definitely listening to him, but I think there's definitely some processing things
Yeah.
there that we got to work through. All right, his IEP is based on his goals and his ability. I said that he was higher than you already knew, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a need to tailor it, but
Yeah.
we will.
And speech is mentioned as well. We
yeah.
need to.
But then too, part of the thing is we don't really know how high he is because of
The willingness.
the willingness to work. I
Yeah.
know grandma says he can do a lot of things,
I have to go.
Alright, so where was I? So yeah, his ability levels until, I know grandma said he can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And she says tablet and things and a lot and says he can play games on the tablet, but have you ever seen that? Cause she tells me that's a motivation tool. But when I use mine over
He
here,
doesn't want to play
Yeah.
any games, and it could just be the school has the ones he likes blocked, but
No.
I don't.
no, cause they even have a different type of tablet, a little green tablet, and he brought it to
Like
school.
leapfrog?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he brought it to school.
Oh,
and
and
he-
he's playing?
Yeah, he still threw it because I attempted to use tablet as a motivation thing to try to keep him in Miss Stell's class. So
So
he
then-
still threw it. So that's why I'm like,
Is she being truthful then?
that's what I wonder about his ability level sometimes. Like,
I mean, but some kids, they don't bring, like, what if they love at home, they don't like at
Yeah.
school, so it could just be one of those.
yeah. So anyway, I said we're still trying to figure out his ability levels. But
I mean, like, there's things he'll work for, but it's when he wants it.
yeah. So I said we're still trying to figure out those ability levels. So then this is one you do very well too. I should have said. You provide positive reinforcement for behaviors and desired engagement. When he is doing well, you give a lot of verbal praise,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of candy, a lot of park,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Play-Doh. So everything that he's ever communicated that he wants,
Yeah,
we've used to reward him.
yeah.
But like you said, even when you tell him he's going to get that reward, sometimes it doesn't.
And he can't understand the wait either.
Yeah.
Like, I said yes first part, but it's not time yet.
Yeah. So then steps are in the small tasks are broken into small manageable steps. I've never seen you ask him to do more than one if then.
Yeah,
If you do this, then something will happen.
Yeah.
You don't give him complex directions.
no, they're not able to
Yeah.
follow that yet.
Yeah. I honestly think he probably could follow more complex than the
Yeah, he
if-
could.
Yeah.
And that's probably also why he's probably struggling is he can do all these things.
Yeah.
And this might seem easy to him, but like you gotta at least follow rules first.
Yeah. You know who I wonder is the one, I can't say the name, but the guy that's in Miss Bauer's class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Ethan may
Oh, it's okay.
he may be calm. He
Yeah.
might be
Yeah.
maybe the placement might be calm
Yeah.
because he is so high up there that it really is
Yeah.
the language barrier. It
Yeah.
could be that. It could
Because I
be
wonder, like,
different placement.
yeah, I wonder, like, is a lot of things like your academic demands are they like not engaging to him, like
Yeah, it could be.
like him putting dots on the thing. I know something that y'all work on, but like he just mashed it. Like, did he find
Yeah.
it enjoying that? That's just something I wonder. Adaptations and modifications are implemented appropriately. I mean, I think you're doing everything you can do to try to make him be successful in
Yeah.
there. I can't think of anything. Can you think of anything else you could try?
No, the
Like-
modifications is probably is it relating to curriculum?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is very hands-on. It's laminated, you can't rip it up.
I think you're doing good with that area. So then the next one is managing his behavior and emotional regulation. So I think when you see that he's upset, you do try to motivate him. I have seen when you're in there, if he's upset, you'll say, okay, do you need some Play-Doh? Can you set for Play-Doh?
Yeah.
And you've changed the demand so it doesn't like escalate more. One time I was in there, he was upset. You got Play-Doh and iPad, and then he was over there for a few hours.
Yeah.
So
It really depends.
yeah, I've seen you like adapt to his needs a lot of times. Then this is where I put we're struggling when the behavior occurs. You're using de-escalation techniques, but I don't think we know, not you, us, like, it's very challenging to de-escalate him when he's at his highest.
Yeah.
I do think ignoring works, but like,
You can't ignore the safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
but I'm saying you ignore until you can't ignore.
Yeah.
And then sometimes having to engage seems to make him.
It sets it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It seems like Because I feel like a lot of his behavior is like when he gets in that mood, it's really to get attention.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when you start throwing chairs, like,
So I
we
think
can't
that's kind of the
ignore it.
next step. Like, I know we're supposed to ignore, but then how do we ignore when he could possibly hurt himself?
Yeah.
That's I think the hard part. Did they not use in the school rubber chairs?
I've never seen
You
it.
haven't? Oh, it
No.
didn't in all the rooms like that. They had all the furniture was rubber. It was like
We have
sturdy. It
foam.
was well, it was foam.
Why
But
do they sit on foam chairs? It lights up.
look at those. No, look at those. Go. You know, like the chairs they have in the back of the classrooms here, like those gray ones.
Oh, those.
Yeah,
oh.
that's the only chairs they have in a classroom like yours.
Well, I think that would still hurt if
Yeah, but it's not like you get with the rest of them.
True. True.
Yeah, and then the next one, it's on there again, but you maintain your composure and we never get upset at him, and you show him like when he's heightened, you don't go to his level. And then he's supported and recognizing and managing his emotions. I feel like you support him, but we're struggling to teach him how to manage
Yeah.
when he is upset. Because what I get from him a lot of times is help me
Yeah.
or grandma, and that's not really screaming help me when you're asked to work or
Yeah.
to not stop throwing chairs.
Yeah.
It's not helping
It's
him.
like, why are you saying help?
Yeah, like I try to tell I should be saying help me.
Yeah.
You're trying to hit me with the chair. So I think that's one thing we can work on is like, because I don't know when he's mad. I don't know if that's all he knows how to say.
Yeah.
So I think like when he's denied something, sometimes he goes to like a flight place in his
Yeah.
mind.
Well, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, if I can't have my Play-Doh, then I gotta get out of here. Alright, and then the next one, your Paris. I know that one of them is trying to work with them, and we're trying to model how to work with them, so I think we're doing the best you can with what
Yeah.
you have to work with. Do they work with him regularly? And I know you say don't listen to them. Is it because they're not consistent enough, or do they just not feel comfortable?
I think they just don't know what to do, and honestly,
You say you just gotta take the lead.
he
right?
doesn't really even follow my direction.
Yeah, but he
So
does
I
though, to an extent.
I would rather work with him first, and then when I can get him to follow,
Yeah,
then they'll step in.
yeah, I would say just keep trying to work
Because
that.
I would rather them work with like 4 kids and then me just 2, so I
Yeah.
can have more.
Yeah, I would say
Focus
keep
on-
trying to work on it, because like, what if you woke up sick? And I know you're
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
out on Halloween, so like, at least between now and
Yeah.
next Friday, since you know you're not gonna be here,
Yeah.
try to do things to help build that in. I mean, I see him outside, they bring him in and
Yeah.
stuff, but like, I know we're struggling with the demands too, but he does do some things.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you could have at least Miss Ray, because you know she's gonna be here, be like, hey, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be here next week. Can you do this? At least do this one, because with you not there, even if you get a sub, it's gonna be a lot on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot on them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of part of being a parent in a way. So then communicate with related services. I mean, I see Miss Naraki in there, and you guys are both trying to work with them.
Yeah.
And I know she's trying to pull him at times too. So, and I think she sees. I think when he moves from like one area to another, it's even worse.
Yeah.
But I know you guys are collaborating together. I don't think she's been able to get anything on him though.
And he hasn't made it to specials yet. He will not leave the room if it's not a big group going.
Yeah.
Like if it's only one kid, he's not gonna go.
Well, could you try to trick him to go to specials? I think the only specials he probably could even attempt right now would be PE. And even if he just went in there and ran around for 10 minutes and he walked back, at least he tried.
I've tried, but it's to the point where like he starts getting escalated. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
when are you gonna do that?
Because I wonder,
Specials.
could you bring the whole group and then just take them outside, like drop
No,
them
that
off and take them for a walk?
That was the playground's so close. He probably would think we're dropping
Yeah.
him off and we're going.
Yeah.
And it would just set off the other kiddos.
Well, you know what? But he does do 2 recesses on a lot of days, so I think that's
Yeah.
fine for now for where we're at.
Yeah.
And then the last one on there, that documentation. I've got that Google sheet
Yeah.
looks like you're over documenting. I don't think documentation is any type of problem. And then collaborates with parents and guardians. So I know you call grandma a lot. And I think the thing that we need to work on now, and I could take that, is trying to get mom involved.
Yeah.
Because I
'Cause
know,
it just seems like grandma's,
I'm afraid grandma
She's
grandma
like-
says he respects mom, right?
yeah.
So like, and when he's upset,
So if mom shows up to
Yeah.
the school and she says you better listen, maybe
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
and when he's upset, he screams for grandma. He's never screamed for mom though, so I
Mhm.
wonder if grandma's like the security blanket.
Well, if he's only seeing mom for like 2-3 hours a day
Yeah.
and he goes to bed, grandma like
Yeah,
probably is the mom in the
Yeah.
picture.
yeah, I know, but I think mom, from talking with grandma, mom's the one that does more of the discipline. So I think we need to try to find a way to at least get mom engaged
Yeah.
some way. He has a dad too, but his dad's not on Skyward.
Okay.
But I have met him before. So I think our next one with parents and guardians is finding some way to get a hold of mom.
Yeah.
Like I said, I gave grandma my personal cell number and I said mom can take a
Okay,
call.
will she respond to an email?
She's not on there.
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
I-
Well, then I guess when you
yeah,
get her
but I
email-
gave them my cell phone number. And I told them to call or text me. Alright, so then we're almost done. The next things to do is figure out how we can help him manage his emotions, figure out if he's in the correct setting, continue to find things that motivate the student to meet the demands. I think motivating him, we know what motivates him.
Yeah.
I just don't know, like, if Mr. Bradstreet's gonna say, can we over-motivate, but I don't, like,
I feel like we're all.
I feel like we are because,
extreme.
yeah, so I don't know how we can motivate him anymore. Like, there's no more recesses we could give.
I mean, I
Besides
took
three.
up all the Play-Doh, and you can't earn it till at least
Yeah.
you do work first.
Yeah,
So I tried that. I mean, it's only been like one day he's been here since
Yeah.
that's worked.
yeah, so, alright, so the next thing I have, so I did ask Miss Oman what we do next because we have all this documentation. I work with you, I've been in there, other admin have been in there, so she said our next step will be a staffing meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to see what we've done, and then we'll go from there. So she didn't tell me any more, like,
I mean, usually the sped director is
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
BI,
yeah,
and
she,
then just seeing.
yeah, she didn't tell me anymore. She just said the next step would be the staffing meeting, and for us to just keep documenting and communicating with parents. And then too, this is why I'm trying to get a hold of mom, because grandma told me yesterday that their pediatrician is recommending full-time ABA therapy, and that mom has got a list of from her insurance company
Okay.
places that accept their insurance that do ABA therapy. So that's why I'm trying to get her phone number,
Yeah,
because I don't know, like, are they on a waiting list? Has she called?
because they have to be evaluated.
Yeah.
The ABA place has to evaluate them.
Yeah, but I think he's already done that though.
Oh.
Yeah, like
Well, then
yeah.
that might be quicker than.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But I do know they have a list, and she says her daughter has called places, and that they're recommending that he stays full day. So
So then they've already done the evaluation
Yes.
if they're recommending
yes,
full day.
so that's why I'm trying to figure out where we're at.
Yeah,
And then we kind of spoke with her about, they may call to school and half day or call when he's making progress and say he's coming back.
yeah,
But like until we get a hold of her, we don't really know.
okay.
All right, so that's all I got for you.
All right.
All right, thank you so much.